On Sunday was my 1 year wedding anniversary, and I have married my dream partner and have my dream relationship. And as that's something I help my clients do, help them find their dream relationship, I thought it'd be quite nice to share my story with you guys. So before I met my husband, I was in a relationship that had lots of toxic elements to it. I didn't feel like I could really truly be myself in the relationship, and I felt like he didn't support me in my business goals and my dreams and my what I wanted out of life. And it was always about what he wanted. There was a lot of lack of intimacy in the relationship, and it was lacking. He didn't have the emotional maturity to deal with the tough things that came up in our relationship. And I found he would belittle and dismiss a lot of how I was feeling, or when I wanted to bring up a topic, he couldn't engage in it, and he would then dismiss it or belittle what I was thinking. And everything was always on his terms, and I always felt maybe I was too accepting and too understanding and desperate to fix the problem. If there's a problem, I want to find a solution and deal with it. But I felt like I was the one doing a lot of the inner work and trying to find solutions, and he wasn't really engaging and wanting to make changes. He just wanted me to go along with his plans. And yeah, when I left that relationship, and that's just a little snippet of it, I'm not going to go into the whole thing, but when I left that relationship, I realized that I ended up in that relationship because I was lacking in my own confidence and my self-esteem, which actually goes back to when I was looking for an engineering job. Because I did engineering at uni, and I spent years looking for engineering work and not being able to find a job. And each time I got a rejection was just another kind of chip away at my confidence and my self-esteem. And I hadn't really realized that. And it got to a point where I felt quite depressed about the whole situation. I felt lost and trapped, and I just didn't know what to do before I changed careers. And I never really dealt with those emotions, and they were lingering inside me and affecting who I was, affecting the kind of relationship I was in. And when I worked on that and did the energy work and did all that inner work and used the energy alignment method, which is what I use with my clients, that's when everything changed. That's when I felt like myself again. That's when I could allow myself to shine, and I could allow my confidence to grow again and my self-esteem. And yeah, I felt so much happier, so much better internally. And that meant that I could then work on what I wanted in a relationship. And I did the work on myself. I did letting go of all the blocks that I was holding on to do with relationships as well. I aligned to what I wanted and was really clear with myself of the kind of what is my dream relationship. That's what I got really clear on. And I met my husband 6 months after I broke up with my ex. And yeah, and I know that if I hadn't done all that energy work, I hadn't done that inner work, I probably wouldn't have met him. I probably might have attracted someone just as shitty as my ex. And so doing that inner work changed everything, and it changed how I felt about myself. I felt again like I could be myself. I felt amazing and confident, and yeah, I changed, and that was really important. So yeah, 4 years after I met my husband, I got married to him. And yeah, and it doesn't mean that I've stopped working on myself. I still work on myself. There's still things that come up, and there will always be things that come up in your relationship and outside of your relationship, and things that will happen outside but can affect the relationship. And it's always about noticing these things and working on them and doing that inner work when these things come up, and having a way to communicate with your partner to make it, if something does come up, you have a way to deal with it. Yeah, and that's what I do with my clients. I help them do the inner work, clear all the blocks, clear all the things from the past that are affecting you now, affecting your confidence, affecting your self-esteem, affecting who you attract into your world and what kind of relationships you end up in. And once you start clearing all the crap that we're holding on to and start aligning to what you want, magic happens. And not only do you attract the right person for you and have your dream relationship, but your personality shines through, your authenticity, everything that makes you awesome shines through. And that's what I absolutely love about the work that I do. And if you are curious about how the energy work can make a big difference to your love life and really elevate it, join my 5-day experience. It's free and it's coming up soon. I will put more details soon. But yeah, come and give it a try and see what it's all about. It's free, you've got nothing to lose, and see how amazing doing the inner work can be. Yeah, and that's just a snippet of my story I thought I'd share with you guys. Yeah, and hopefully I will see some of you on my free 5-day experience.